Life Builders, this is Jay, and I just wanted to reach out to you today. It's been a while since I've done a YouTube video or a podcast, and there's been a reason for that. One of the reasons that I have not posted in a while is that since we've had this COVID-19 and this kind of pandemic, it seems like we've had a really congested world of media. Just so many people posting and putting opinions out, and putting short videos and live videos that I just felt like it was actually an opportunity for me to kind of take a step back, knowing that we're all being bombarded in many ways with so many different things right now that we could watch, so many voices we could listen to. As much as I love to reach out and encourage, I just felt like it might be a good idea to not clutter up the space for a little while and take a break. This has been a crazy time in human history. It's been a challenging time for many. I'm doing good. I thank God that I work for a company that's been really, really good. So I'm grateful for that. I'm also feeling really grateful that I live in an area where there's outdoors and nature and things like that, that I can, get outside and take a break and relax. But today I just want to encourage you. The thought that's on my mind is all of us are going through a time that's kind of unprecedented, where many of us are uncertain. We don't know what the future holds. And I think a lot of us feel like we've kind of had some control taken from us, where, we want to do certain things and we want our lives to be the way we want them to be. And it isn't that way right now. But I want to encourage you. I keep thinking about something my daughter said years ago, that she said the worst thing that could have ever happened became the best thing that could have ever happened. And in that context, she was talking about a divorce that I went through, and, the pain of that, and a job change that I went through as well about 6 years ago. And that was very tough and very trying. And many, many, many people have gone through that. And it really changes your life. And it can change it for the worse if we have a perspective that says this is the worst thing that could ever happen. And it could also, if we choose to, it can change for the best. And I would say that in my situation, with my daughter's statement saying, the worst thing that could have ever happened did turn out to be the best in some ways, is that through that process, there was personal change. Through the process of hardship and the process of trial and the times of tribulation and the times of disappointment and grief and uncertainty and the what ifs and what's going to happen and why couldn't I stop this and how could we change this, and all of those things. Once that's settled and you get used to the new normal, if things are embraced and processed well, the new normal can be better in many ways than the old. And the loss can actually produce a gain. So I think in this season, this COVID-19 is a great loss for small businesses. It's a great loss for those who may have lost their jobs. It's a great loss for those who are facing uncertainty and trial. And I get that. But at the same time, I want to encourage you, it could be a gain. So I'm trying to think through this, and I think that this season, although it has been slightly depressing at times, I'm a touch person, a hug person, and I want to hug and touch, and I want to get out and, be with people, and I like arts and entertainment and music, and I haven't been able to do that, of course, and those are very small and insignificant things, but it's still a minor loss. There's been gains. The gain for me, and hopefully for everyone, is that we've all kind of had this forced Sabbath, if you will. A Sabbath just means a ceasing from labor. Not all of us. I know that there are those out in the front line still working, and for that I'm grateful. But a good portion of us have been stuck in our homes, or having to stop doing the normal things that we do day in and day out. It's been a huge disruption. It's been kind of a shock. But at the same time, it's given us opportunity to pause, to stop working and just start praying and seeking and thinking, for those who have. Now, some of us have been running around frantically trying to figure out what's up and following the news and debating people online and stuff. I haven't done that, but I've seen friends and family who have. And, you know, that's your prerogative and right. But for the others, I hope and pray that before this thing ends, and we don't know how long it's going to be until this COVID-19 thing ends and we can all get back to life again. But my hope is that we were able to stop, to reset, and to put some new practices in our lives that will carry on when we get back to business. My hope is that we won't go back to business the way things were in the unhealthy patterns, but we'll go back with new healthy patterns. For me, the best parts of all this have been more extended time with my kids. It's amazing how I've been praying for that for years. You know, I have the every other weekend thing and weeks in the summer, but I long to have them more. And this has given me an opportunity to do that. So I'm forever grateful, and it's been fantastic. I like getting outside in nature and walking around and just being at peace, and this has given me more opportunity to do that. I've had some things I've wanted to do with YouTube and with video production and music production, and I've had a little more opportunity to do that. So what's it for you? What is the best part of the worst thing that could happen? I hope that before we end up launched back into some crazy pace, all of us will kind of be able to stop and just start to assess what are the things in life that we love, things that we find joy in, things that we find peace in, and things that this crisis has allowed us to discover. And I hope and pray that we will really grasp that and live with that for the rest of our lives, to change the way we're doing things so that we can look back at this one day and go, you know, that may have been the worst thing, but it was also the best thing. So maybe just think through what of this season would be something that would produce really good things in your life if you keep going. I do pray for those who've gone through really hard times and who feel uncertainty. But I also want to encourage you. Throughout history, there have been rough times. There have been financial situations and health situations and wars and all kinds of things throughout history. And those who had a perspective of faith and a perspective of trying to see the good in the bad always come out good on the other side. Usually stronger, maybe more rested in their souls. And that's my goal through this thing. I want to be more rested in my soul. I want you to find rest in your souls. Jesus told us, come unto me, my burden is light. I'll carry the burden for you, and you will find rest in your souls. So in some ways, I think this thing has caused us all to have to stop. And if we take it as a gift, even though it's a trial, we can find rest in our souls and then go forward with a new way of living. So just a short encouragement today. Don't freak out and, debate people all day on Facebook or read 10 million news articles that all have differing opinions and get stressed out about it. I hope and pray that you'll be able to just relax and embrace the moments, find moments of solitude and quiet and of peace, and find new life and new ways of doing things going forward. Let's look at this as a blessing, even though it is stressing. Let's look at this as a reset for us to reignite our lives in a whole new way. So I just want to encourage you. This is going to work out okay. It's going to work out great, actually. Even if you're going through really hard times and you've suffered great loss, there is a hope and there is a light at the end of the tunnel. God will bring you through. You will make it, and it will be good. But we have to choose it. So have a great day. This is just short encouragement. I'll get back to posting real good videos and things with the Lord's help as soon as I can. But I'm also taking this time to enjoy resetting and resting and thinking about life. And I don't know about you, but this has really got me thinking about life as well. Like, what do I really want with the rest of my life? Where do I really want to go with the rest of my life? What things do I really value? And I hope and pray that you'll do the same. And as you do that, you'll start to have new dreams and new passions and new desires, and especially new ways of living come to you. So until we meet again, God bless you. Be safe, be encouraged. And if you're down, look up. The Lord is with you. And if you need any help, reach out to family and friends and find rest for your souls. Love you guys, and looking forward to talking again soon. Have a great day.